getting tags. Hi, everybody. I wonder if I should do the tag. Hello, hello, hello. I came on a little bit early to kind of get people a chance to log in. Hey, Carmen. Thanks for joining me. How you doing today? Hello, hello. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Jessica. Tired, Carmen? Yeah. Good tired. Yeah. Oh, Jill, we about to get a little inky for sure. I got the sprays already. I know I had a rough time getting up this morning. I don't even know what time I clicked off with some of the ladies in the group last night. Hey, Mom. Hi, Pat. And by the time we were done, I was exhausted. So I'm trying to line this up in my stencil here, my Vicki Boutin stencil. And I'm going to try and spray them both at the same time. Hello. Yes, yes. We're about to splish splash. Yeah. Yeah, it was late last night. It was like after midnight Eastern time, I know for sure. And after working since, when did I go in yesterday? I think I was there at 9. Was I there at 9? I can't remember what time I was there. I know I was there by 10 for sure. Hi, Arlene. Hey, Gina. All right. So now that everybody is starting to come in, I'm doing challenge 8. So if you guys are on the My Little Scrapbook Store online crop page, we have a whole weekend planned of fun challenges and things for everybody to participate in. And ours is going to be splash pad, excuse me. And what we're doing is we're going to play with inks. Well, mostly sprays, because I know, or I don't know, if a lot of you have seen like the Distress Oxide sprays. Hey, Beatrice. Hey, Michelle. The Distress Oxide sprays, a lot of times we get them because they look so cool when you see Tim playing with them, but sometimes you get it and you're like, well, now what, right? Because that happens to me a lot of times. So we're going to play with Savage Patina in both the stain and the oxide spray. And then to kick it up a notch, we're also going to play with the newest color, the Prize Ribbon. Okay. And we're going to use these sprays in 2 different ways. So the first way right here is using it with a stencil over top of, I cut paper at 3.5 by 4.5 because they're going to go kind of wonky behind my photos for today, which I'll cut into 3 by 4. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting combo. I think we're going to have some fun, Gina. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and get into this. And if you don't know, this is, I think, from Ranger. It's the Splat Box. And I use mine 2 ways. I have for my colors and stuff down here. And then I'm going to try to hold this and flip it down. But this part, when I need to do pixie spray, I put it down here and I'll spray the pixie spray. So that way I get double use out of my box. All right, so we're going to do this. So I think what I want is I'm going to start with the Savage Patina. Oh, yeah. Always. So we're just going to do some light spraying. Now, the best part with the sprays too is that I don't have to worry about rushing to the sink to clean it because they're water based. Once I get done, even if it dries, I can just use some soap and water and it'll get it off. Now we're going to hit it with some of the Distress. And you can see this is not difficult. And I don't have pixie spray on this particular stencil. I just laid it down, but I'm trying not to saturate it, okay? Because if you spray it too much and there's too much liquid, then it could seep under because it's not pixie sprayed, you know, where it has that tacky, where it's not really close. So now we're going to put in some prize ribbon. Okay. And I'm kind of far enough away. I want some of the splatters, maybe a little bit of a darkening, because I want some of that patina to still come through. So I'm not trying to cover up what we just did, but I just want to add layers. Okay, so I know right now it looks like a hot mess. But hold on. We're going to have the reveal here. 1 second. I'm just trying to clean up so I don't get too messy with my hands and stuff because we're going to be using white paper after this. Ta-da! Do you hear the crowd screaming? I mean, look at that. And we did hardly any work. And you get all that bang. Now this line right here, I'm not going to worry about that because I can hide it behind my photo because I'm going to show you how I want to use these. If anything else, I can always trim it too. Thank you, Gina's right. Michelle, wow, right? And all we did was some sprays. So we got that. We're going to put these to the side and let them dry while we continue on. Thank you, Jess. So I'm going to leave that in there and we'll take care of that later. All right. So I'm still using some of the Sunkissed collection. So this is going to be my border for the sketch that I'm going to use. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, it's very pretty. No, it's still too bright. Hold on. Okay. So I want to share with you, this is the sketch that I'm going to be doing today. I got this off of Pinterest. And though this one is only showing one photo, I'm going to change it up and use 2 photos. Okay. And yes, Gina, that new blue it's growing on me. Now that I physically have it, I'm loving. Okay. So instead of using the 1 photo, I'm going to use 2 photos. Okay. And then, I may do the splatter part on the back with my stamp set that I have. I think it's over here to my left. So we'll see how it goes if I remember to do it. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so with this one, I'm not going to gut it. Normally, that's something that I would do if it was a paper that I just had to have. But thankfully, with the Sunkissed collection, they give you 2 of each sheet. So I still have 1 full sheet of this left. And though I do love this side, I'm not sure next time I use it, I may use just the rainbows, but I didn't want the rainbows today because when I put the other paper on top, they were skewed. So I like this one. All right, Pat. I'm telling you, once you start getting them, you're going to be like addicted in collecting because I've gotten all of the Distress oxides. I have them all and I need to start using them more because they are fun. And we're going to try all kinds of techniques with them today. Okay. So now this is foundation. I think it's, yeah. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Vicki Boutin foundation paper. Okay. I highly suggest this paper, especially if you're wanting to try mixed media and never have tried it before. I found that there's less warping with this paper and you don't even have to gesso it. So we're going to see how that works because I'm not going to gesso this today. What we're going to do is cut it down though. So I'm going to start with just 1 inch off, and then I'm going to look at it. That's my other tip. If you're not sure what size you want to make it, cut it a little bit bigger than you're thinking, test it out, and then cut more. Only because sometimes if you cut it too short, you can't grow it back. You know what I mean? Okay. Do I want more of that blue showing? I think I do. So we'll take it, instead of to 11, we'll just do 10.5. Okay. So how are you guys doing? I know some of us, I don't know if everybody made it to Jessica's live. We got an hour break in between. But did you see her layout? It came out so cute. I loved it. And then, I mean, this weekend really has been fun filled, right? I'm like, now after me, we have the room in Facebook where we all get to chit chat and hang out. That is fun. It's nice meeting the ladies face to face, you know, instead of y'all only just seeing our hands. Yes, Jessica, you do need a few more. Definitely. I will gladly enable you. Okay. All right. So this is going to be the size of the paper I think we're going to make it. And now what I'm getting ready to create is that wash right in the center where we're going to put our photos, right? And then what's going to happen, I'm going to cut this, obviously. Right now, I just have it still in its form. But the goal is to create our wash in the back. And then these would do something like this behind the photo. Okay. Yes, I do got to play catch up too, Amy. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely super fun. Great, Carmen. That's our goal. We want to keep you guys busy and inspired. So we may do something like that. Okay. So let's get inky. So knowing that where I want to keep this, I may need to go and make my section of color wider than what was on the sketch, right? Because on the sketch, it looks like there's a lot more white space, but we can change that up. You know what I mean? I think I want to have less white space because I cut my paper shorter. So I'm going to go probably closer to where it's only like 1/2 inch on each side. And then maybe more on the top and the bottom. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to take this paper and the photos, put them to the side, and we're going to work on this. Now, what I want to do and what I'm going to try to do with you guys watching me is create a wash going up using the sprays. Dun, dun, dun. And so what I'm going to do, trying to find my brush. I think this one is soft enough. There. Yeah. I just want a nice size. I got too many brushes, obviously. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Get the big brush. Now, Pat, what stays in the rooms are supposed to, you know, what happens there stays. I could use this one. We were talking about, me and Tisa actually both have the same huge brush. And I've never used it. All right, Pat, I'm using it. Okay, we're going to use it. Why have it if you're not going to use it? Okay, but I want to pick this up only because I know when I spray on the inks on the mat here, which is where I'm going to grab it from, they tend to obviously spray all over. So We're going to go like that. Create a puddle. Try and block it a little bit. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Grab some of that color. Where's my water spray bottle? And then I'm just going to go right in here. Because I want it to look like waves a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I want it to be solid, but I didn't want it to have any harsh. So this was probably the better brush to use. So let's go with a little bit more. Sorry guys, you know how it is when you're concentrating. Okay, so I'm going to spray in a little bit of the oxide. All right. I want some of those flicks to come off further. Add some water. Water it down a little bit. And then keep it moving. Okay. Now, we're going to take my other favorite tool in the craft room. Oh, thank you, Pat. We're going to keep it going. I love baby wipes. I always try and keep some at close hand because it really helps on projects like this. And you can just wipe up the spray. Because I don't mind if some of the blue mixes in together, if I like have some of the prize ribbon on here. But I want to have as much of the, Savage Patina really here. Okay, so now we're going to do Savage Patina. And go ahead and get a little bit of the water. And you're going to tell I'm not going to clean my brush. And I'm going to hope that it blends the way I want it to. It's doing good, right? Yeah, this brush is pretty amazing now. I think it's going to be used a little bit more because it's finally giving me the brush strokes that I've been dreaming about. And it's been here all along in my craft room. Who knew? Obviously, Tisa knew because she started talking about it last night. I got my glue getting all blue. It's all good. It'll be all right. And then we'll add a little bit of water. To lighten it as we go. Okay. Okay. I like that. And then what I could do, even though I do like the thingy, I'm going to wipe that up real quick. Just real quick. Because I think what I want to do real quick, because you know, that's what we do as artists. I just want to grab a little bit more of that. Right? Get some of that darker blue back in there. And then I may even put some more down this way. Okay. Thank you, B. Yeah, I think that's going to be our background. We're going to call that it. That's it. And even though I didn't gesso this paper, you can still see there's a pretty decent blend right in here. It's not super harsh. Like it's not like here is where the color ends. Yeah, I like it out wider too. I do, Pat. I agree. Okay, Pam. That's okay. That's on the afternoon room. And then there's another room at 8:00 that I believe Tisa's gonna be starting. So yay for the brush. We'll clean this later. Okay. And I'm going to move this real quick so we can just do a quick wipe up. Quick wipe up. All right. So if you haven't been a part of our crop weekend, what have you guys been up to? Has everybody been having a good weekend? While I clean up all my spray and mess real quick. It's okay. Well, Heather, because you were there last night, she's finally been used. I've had this brush now maybe like 3 going on 4 years and have never used it. And today was its christening. So we have that. And the best part is you can always catch the replay, right? Because I know that's what I got to do for Fridays and Saturdays because I was at work both days. We're going to put that to the side. And I think I got it nice and clean. Don't mind my dirty cloth. Okay. Yes. So now this is what it's going to start to look like. And what I'm going to do is hit it just a little bit with the heat tool just to help it dry a little bit quicker. Because even though we didn't use a lot of water, there is some, so there's a little bit of warping. But I'm just going to hit it real quick. Talks amongst yourselves. All right. And I wanted to show you guys something too. So say you're someone who's not all that into doing mixed media. You know that Vicki Boutin has these pages, hold on, that are already mixed media, like ready for you. But I was looking at this one and I was like, this would work with this page too. You know what I mean? The background's already done and you can put your flower, your photo on it, add some embellishments and boom, you're done. So if you're not into doing what I'm doing, you can grab this pad. It's a really good deal. All right. Exactly, Pat. Exactly. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get this down. All right. And the best part that I like about doing with the sprays and stuff like that, it doesn't take much for them to dry. It really doesn't. So I know like sometimes it's very annoying to have to wait for something to dry. So in my opinion, those work faster than like some of your embossing paste and stuff like that. And then for those of you who don't know, I use glue and my tape to give me a few minutes, or not even minutes, just seconds to be able to move stuff around. So that way, if I don't lay it right, I can pull it back up without destroying my project. Can't tell if I'm even enough. Maybe not. Might be correct. If it is, I will. What colors? I used the prize ribbon and the Savage Patina. These are the two, but I also use them in both products. So I use both the Distress Oxide spray and the regular Distress Stain. So we're going to leave those right there. And this is going to get ready to come together like super quick. And then we use the same colors, Heather, since you just checked in, to create this background using Vicki Boutin's stencil. Okay. So I think we're going to do something like that. I might tear this edge. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let's cut our papers up because I wanted to use the photo, but I didn't necessarily want to mat the photo. Have you guys ever done that? Like you do a project. Yeah, it was the brush, Heather, because when I started putting down the color, it started mixing the bottom color together. So it created like a nice ombre almost look without it being too difficult. It kind of did it on its own. The product did it. You know what I mean? Okay. But sometimes, because I know there's always that debate, right? Do you matte? Do you not matte? What do you matte with? You know, all those good things. So for me, I think because he's like that, I think I'm going to go. I don't necessarily want these to fit evenly under my photo. Like I'm thinking something like that. Huh? Uh-oh. Oh, did you guys hear? She made an appearance, y'all. She just told me to look at the screen. I just heard it. Mom is here. She is here. I told her she had to be in the living room to tell me to look at the screen. Okay. Oh God, now it's moving fast. Okay, Jess, we'll see you later. And then let's see. Oh yeah. Heather, I'm telling you, people sleep on these because I know I slept on the stains when they first came out with the original colors. But when the oxides started coming out, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to miss out on these. And whenever you spray them out the nozzle, you can clean off the nozzle so that way it doesn't get crusted. That's always good too. Normally, I don't use my sprays like that. I use them for splatters. So let me see. Did I miss anything else? Carmen, I'm telling people, listen, PM me. If you have photos you want done, PM me. I will scrap them all day long because I am horrible at remembering to take pictures. It's not my thing, but I like scrapping. Okay, so let's start getting this down because I like how these are placed. And I don't mind that little bit of white peeking out because I think with some of the embellishments that I have, we're going to be good. Now my title is actually going to be Summer Fun. I took that out from the Sunkissed collection. Thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, you heard it, Heather. That is too funny. Now the hearts aren't going to stay there. I just kept them on the plastic because I may put them around, but I'm thinking it might be like either Summer Fun or we'll do like summer and then fun. Something like that. Like put it on an angle. Or I would I mean, I came into scrapbooking a lot later, and I just remember before cell phones, like we always, you had the round them up, the little throwaway cameras or whatever. And I would get them photographed, but we just weren't photo takers. I don't know. Even with my cell phone now, I'll be like, oh, that was a moment. I should have photographed that. Like it's always an afterthought. Like, oh, I wish I had. So for me, I love doing this part, but I don't have anything to put on them. And I don't pre-make pages to add photos later. So yeah, you guys want photos done? Send them to me. I'll get them out to you some way. We'll put it in a padded envelope and get it right on out. And then you can frame them yourselves or put them in a book. I think that's a good deal. All right, we're going to get this down. I like where they're placed. So instead of trying to move them, I think what I'm going to do is just use my wet glue. And kind of put it down like that because I really liked where I put them. And on occasions like that, I try really hard not to move at all because the likelihood of them landing in the same spot is like slim to none. Yep, Arlene. Yeah, it's a Kodak moment, but my thing is remembering to actually snap the pics. I'm usually like, yo, get your camera out, take a picture, because I forget to bring mine or I forget to pull mine out. It's horrible. So I don't. There's no shame in my game. I'll be like, can you send me that photo so I can scrap it? Thanks. I want to put it on my channel. I steal from my niece all the time. Now these two, because I want to say it's not the same young man. This one is one of my great nephews, and this is his younger brother, also my great nephew. So I'm doing them both together on the same page because they look so cute together. And they do look like almost mirror images to each other. You would think they were twins, but there's years between them, or at least a year between them. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you, Heather. Yeah. I got this new set to do them myself. So I tried them out. I'm going to do them on my mom and my aunt next if they want. And they lasted for 2 weeks. I think this Wednesday will be 2 weeks. So not bad. Okay. So now with these, I think what I'm going to do is put some fun foam behind them. Do you guys ever use fun foam? I like using fun foam behind my photos. You can get this. I think I got it at one of the big box stores. It was either Michael's or Walmart. I can't remember. But I always get the ones with the adhesive on the back. And then I kind of do it two different ways. Sometimes I'll just put the glue on here and put it down. So then that way all I have to do is peel this and stick it. Or I'll do it the other way if I need time because I may need to move them around. So it all depends on where my mind is at. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's not always there, you know? All right, so let's do this one first because I want to put the other one partially over top of his photo. So I want to get it to its height that I need and then attach it. So what I do is I make sure there's plenty of space on the 3 sides, and then I cut where I need to. So that way I know it's going to fit right in the middle. So for this demonstration, we're going to peel off the back and attach it. All right. So we got this one. And then we'll do this one. So for him on this side, I don't think I need to. Okay. So what I did is I kind of slid it in at the angle so that I would know kind of where I want to flip this over and have enough room for it to cross over. And then if it looks like it's going to be too long, I just trim it. And then I can just move that over here. Right? So now I know the foam gives me enough room to be able to cross it over. And then I just have to put foam over here to give this other side balance. Okay, just making sure I haven't missed any comments. I haven't heard anything from the other room, so I'm assuming we're all good. Okay. She just laughed. I appreciate it. You know, I get jealous. Gina has her daughter. Jessica has her daughter there now. And I got my mama in the other room. Okay. I think that's enough. I don't need all that. Just like that. Okay. Yeah, Carmen, the foam gives you even height. So like because like sometimes the rolled foams, they're super thick. So if you don't want it to be too high, then I suggest the foam. It gives you a little bit of dimension, but it's not like ridiculous. And I think I'm going to come down because I want some of the photo to come off. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that. So let's do, well, we're just going to have to play. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some glue on the back. And then I'm going to go like that. And then we'll put some glue on the back of his. And don't worry if the foam doesn't come all the way to the edge. That is a good thing. Sherry on the group last night was telling us about, leaving space to be able to tuck things. And I agree with that. And if you don't like the angle you're in, if you just use wet glue, you get a little bit of time to wiggle and move. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking that right there. It's called Fun Foam, I believe. Oh, I don't have it. It doesn't have the name on it anymore. But I got a pack of a bunch of colors, Carmen. And I got the smaller size because I do a lot of cards. And then I also, it's not a lot of big pieces that I'm putting foam under, but you can die cut these. You can use underneath as just, for added dimension. I've put some under die cuts to get lifted up, which I'm about to do in a little bit because I have some die cut pieces I've already kind of pulled apart, and we're going to decorate to have some fun. So you'll see that in a little bit. But yeah, Fun Foam is definitely, and it's inexpensive. You can get a lot for your money. Okay. So on the sketch itself, I think the one photo had like a little strip. It had like paper or something with the little threads and stuff. And I like that. So I was thinking, instead of having something that went across, I would do happy days. Oh, no, wrong way. Happy days and sunny smiles, because he's kind of smiling under the water there. So I wanted the smiles on that one. Okay. And then I'm thinking about maybe putting a few of these. Like, okay, there we go. I can cover that spot with the sun. Whoop, whoop. And then, do I want to use the umbrella? I like the umbrella. See, I look at things sometimes like, okay, will I ever use this? Do I have something that I can use it for? And could I get by using it on this one, right? So if I don't want to put the sun there, say I want to put this here, right? Stick it kind of coming out like that. We could do that. And then put the sun over here if I wanted to use it. I don't think I like it there. Nope. I think I like the sun in the center. So we're going to go sun in the center. Maybe like that. And then I like those. I thought they were cute. And they're in the blues. Yeah, no problem, Carmen. And then we could do, they're not walking anywhere, but I thought the flip-flops were cute. Or I could do something like that. And then we can't forget, we're going to have summer. I think we're going to put summer up here. And then fun down here. Okay, so what do you guys think? Or should I do summer fun? Right? Super cute. Thanks, Pat. I'm trying to think. Fun on bottom. Yeah. Oh, Beatrice, you like the summer fun up top. So we got a tar. What if I did summer fun and put the sun up here? Like I said, that little bit of white there doesn't bother me. So I could always do like that. Summer on top and fun below. Okay. So far we got 2 against 1. Let me see if we get another vote. So we have down here summer and then fun. Oh, you like that too, Heather? All right. I think I'm gonna pull the trigger and we're gonna call it here. We're gonna call it here. All right. Now I know one of the ladies we were talking in the rooms about like thickers and stuff. I like to put glue on the back of mine. To make sure that they stay down, because sometimes they do. They kind of move or they don't stay. Like whatever that adhesive they use is just, it's not the best in the world. So and I kind of, in my mind, instead of doing the splats, like the splats that were in the sketch, what I'm gonna do is my splatters, because I always do splatters. So I'm just gonna make sure I use black splatters. And I feel like it'll give it the same effect. Yes, yes. Always add, yes, glue. It's very important, especially if you're doing any type of mixed media. I mean, you need it either way because we all have pulled them off and they don't even stick on your fingers. You know what I mean? So using the glue helps guarantee that it's going to be down. Let's go ahead and put our sun. And then we're going to pull off Summer. Now, I do find with, what is this collection? The Cocoa Vanilla. Their foam letters were really pretty, but sometimes the little centers of the letters, they are troublesome to get out. That's how I will say it. I don't want to be censored by YouTube. So trying to make sure I use my words rightly. But like this E, there was one of the words that I used. It was such a pain to get out. So now I take my pokey tool and I try and hold it down while I pull up the letter. So that way it stays on the plastic. Because it gave me problems the last time. All right. So same thing with this one. And I just do small dots. I mean, you don't have to cover the entire back. You just want to make sure that the whole thing doesn't come off. And with the glue that you're adding, it won't. Just little dots. It's not a whole lot. And if it's like very swoopy, then on the thinner areas, I leave it alone and I'll just put the glue on the thicker sections. Okay. I'm putting down, I don't know how this, sometimes they get misshapen. I'm like, why? All I did was take it off the plastic. Now you look like a whole nother word. Okay. That'll work. And then we're going to put a little bit of glue right behind these little sayings. And start putting these down. Just a little bit. And I know you're probably saying, well, T, you didn't put a spot for your journaling. I don't tend to journal. I just like making pretty stuff. So what I think about when I'm doing these for other people, that they could always write something on the back. Oh, I didn't put any glue. It's okay. You know what I mean? Like, even though I don't write, if I'm doing it for somebody else, I'm not going to write on it. I may, depending on what sketch or design I use, put a spot for journaling. But if there isn't one, yeah, this one's double-sided. I was going to show you. Hold on. This one is double-sided, but there's enough white that you can make enough notes to tell your story about it. Or you could always just add your own piece of white paper on there and journal about that too. Exactly, Heather. That's the way I feel too. And it's not because I don't like my handwriting, which I don't. But I just think sometimes the picture tells the story depending on what you're scrapping on. Or scrapping about. Maybe I should just do it there. And put this one like here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And it's not overly embellished. And I like just the pops of other color, just here and there. That's why I did the wordings on here. I chose the ones with the multicolors in the fonts. I mean, and who doesn't love a good pineapple? All right. We're going to put that down. And then one more piece. And I do have a few other things we're going to look through real quick. These were just the ephemera cuts, the little ephemera pieces that I wanted to definitely use. And then I have two more things. Okay. So here we have some of the stickers, and then we also have some of the clear stickers, which I think I used up a lot. Yeah, this one is more of a green. I was thinking I might have had more of that blue one, but I think I used it on a different sketch. So I'm thinking, you know what? I wanted to add some of that black elements. I may use this clear sticker. Sorry, I got to pull it to me because sometimes these are hard to pull off. Okay, so I'm going to put this right in here for a little added something. We can put this one over here. And the best part about the clear stickers is because of the way they make them, you don't even realize that they're stickers right away. You know what I mean? It looks like you stamped on it from far until you come up close and you see the shiny. So what I'm going to do on this one is put one right here in between them. So that way we have sort of like a triangle going. Yeah, I really like those. And I've been waiting, saving them, trying to figure out when and where was I going to use them. Oh, and we have the hearts, right? I wanted to use some of the glitter hearts. So I'm going to grab this dark blue. I'll put it up here. So I wanted to show. I'm going to do the dark blue heart. And I think I had like a greenish heart. I do. Like this tealy blue. Come on. And what I may do is put this one down here by the pineapple. And then I have another blue. I'm going to put over here. And then to tie in just a little bit of that orange, I'm going to add an orange heart over here by the fun. I mean, you get a lot of uses with these, the added pieces. I feel like I could do like so many more layouts still using more of these stickers. And then I wanted to put at least the date on it, even though since I wasn't, going to journal it. And I do like this summer days. So maybe I just need to, let me see. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go just like that. And then I can put the date right there. It looks like glistening water. Yes. Okay. I like that. I'm going to make that work. I'm going to tell people. I'm going to be like, I wanted it to look like it was glistening. I think they'll buy it. Okay. And then I'm just looking at some of these. Sometimes I'll use the word stickers. I don't think I really need much more off of that. I like the summer days. Sometimes I would use the labels, but I don't think I'm gonna, yeah. Nope. I think we're gonna call it done, y'all. Then we're gonna call it done. And now I'm gonna do my splatters. Oh, the hearts, the other hearts. Where did there they go. I think what I'll do is put a heart here. And then I'm going to put a heart over here. And I think, hold on. I didn't take it out, of course, because I should have been thinking in threes, right? That's what they say. And there's another heart, so I'm going to go grab it. Thank you guys for staying with me. This is so exciting. I love when we have crops and we all get to craft and stuff. I felt so out of it for the last couple of days, but today has been really nice and I have enjoyed it. So to keep it kind of on the same plane, I'm going to put this heart over here. So we got glitter and we got glitter. So it ties that in. Okay. And now we're going to grab our black soot. We're going to grab our Jen Hadfield. And let me see. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah. I'm so glad that, okay, I have to admit it. I have my trusty bestie, Beatrice, who's on with us. And right before I called her panicking, I was like, listen. I'm like, I have no ideas. You know how you do, faint, put your hand up to your head. And then just talking to her for maybe 5 minutes. And I was like, I got it. So sometimes you just need a bouncing board, someone you can throw back ideas. Okay. So I don't know if there's a lot of white, but I like white on top of color. So I'm looking somewhere. What? I have to look up again? Uh, thank you. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, B. You did. You told me. She was like, what you stressing for? I'm like, I'm stressing. Okay. So I'm going to do my 3 colors, y'all. And I always do 3. Don't ask me why. Most of the time, I always do black and white. And then I usually add in a 3rd color. And sometimes I would grab the color that I'm using, but I don't want it to on the background, it's going to blend in. You know what I mean? Because you already have that color down. So that's why I'm going to use the gold to tie in the glitter that we used. Ah, yeah, I could have. It's glued down already, Rosemary, or else I would move it to the bottom. But what I was thinking was I didn't want it to feel so heavy down here because I had everything already sort of down towards the bottom. So that's why I went for the top. But here we go. I think I'm gonna start with the gold. I always start with gold. I know Michelle had this in the store at one point. I don't think she has it anymore. But if you guys ever get the chance to get the Jen Hadfield Gold, it's very much like the Heidi Swapp one. Oh, thank you, Rosemary. You might be watching later. I wonder. I'm seeing your comments as we're going. That's interesting. I never knew YouTube did that. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put down our splatters. Oh, I almost wrecked the project. Did y'all see that? I didn't even pause to cover up the photos. Hello. Mom, did you guys hear? She just yelled at me to cover up the pictures. I'm covering. I'm getting there. All right. Let's hit this with the gold. And I am not a small section splatterer. I tend to go all over because I'm like the more the merrier. Oh, to cover up the stencil. Yeah, I know. And sometimes in mixed media that happens with covering it up. But I just wanted a little bit to peek out. And I initially was thinking of it as a photo mat for the background for these pieces. But then I was like, I don't want to lose all of it. So that's why I thought, let me just bring the photos down and you can still see some of that. Let's use the black. And I'll go back. If I feel like I don't have enough splatter, I will go back and get it. But the key is not to be afraid. Because black can be harsh. And, sometimes you're like, oh my God, did I just ruin this? Nope. Because remember, it always dries back. And that's why we added those little stickers to add some more black elements as well. So that way the splatter doesn't look out of place. Okay, Heather, go get ready. I hope you guys have fun. Okay. And then the last bit, the white, I'm going to try and keep obviously in the colored area. So it can add just a little dimension in there. Because I like the white on colored. There we go. All right. And that's generally how I normally use my ink, my sprays, because I like to use them for splatters, and I'll just take my stick, my picky tool or whatever. You can use your, what is this called? Bone folder. You just want something that you can, you know, hit the little nozzle part. You hit up here, by the way, just to show that again. Hold on. Okay. So whenever I'm hitting, obviously I'm not hitting down here. I hit at the black of the nozzle. So you can do this, you know, just with something that's hard enough that can handle the tapping. Okay. So use what you got in your room. You'd be surprised. Okay. So we're going to lift this up. Ta-da! And don't worry, if anything got on the photo, we'll just wipe it off. I just saw a little bit right there. All right. So there's our final project. You can see the splatters. All right. And there you go. Super cute, right? All right, you guys. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you guys joined me. And I finished in an hour. That's amazing. That is amazing. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Thanks, B. Thank you, Rosemary. This has been fun. This has been super fun. Oh, thanks, Arlene. If you guys have any questions, just leave them and I'll try and answer them while we're still on. I'm going to clean up a little bit just so I don't put my hands in any of the spray. That's the other thing. If you splatter, you have to be willing to get a little messy. Unless you're Beatrice, who's able to somehow splatter in exactly, I don't know how she does it. Oh, thanks, Pat. Thanks, Ma. Thank you guys so much. I don't know why. I'm always so nervous right before, and then it always turns out. It always turns out. I should just relax. But I just want to make sure it's good for you. Okay. All right, you guys. So take the next hour, rest and relax at 4:00 in Facebook. In the online crop, we'll have an open room where you guys can join in and craft together. Now, if you're nervous about having the webcam on you, you can still go in. Don't use the webcam, and you can still talk to us, and we can enjoy each other's company. So definitely don't be afraid. Come on in. We're all nutty crafters together. Okay. Just having a good time. Yep. Okay. Bye, Ma. Thanks for being my sidekick today. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Ronnie. All right. I don't see any more questions, so I'm going to go ahead and end it. If you're not a member of My Little Scrapbook Store, they're online. They have their regular Facebook group, and then we have a special online group for our crops. And so on those, the crop one, you definitely have to be invited in. You have to request, excuse me, so that way you can be let in because it is a private group. Okay. Hey, Red Poppy, thank you. All right, you guys. I'm gonna head out. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you. If not in the room, I will definitely be on the Zoom where the design team will be doing the double page layout challenge. So definitely pop in over on the Zoom for that and check it out. Okay. So thank you guys. Have a great Sunday, and I will see you all later. Bye.